Crawford for the win. Knocks it down.
Stu for the win. Yes, Stu, it's all you.
Crawford, step back. And it's good. That's game.
Is there anyone that can beat Jordan Crawford in the enemies, the defending champions? There's only two teams undefeated right now in the league. The defending champs is one of them, and you're about to see them. Welcome back, everybody, to the Big Three. Brian Custer alongside the Hall of Famer, Nancy Lieberman. So we've got the enemies getting ready to take on Tri-State, another really good team. This is going to be a great game.
It is going to be a great game, but you've got to figure out defensively, if you're Dr. J, how are you going to slow down Jordan? How are you going to slow down Isaiah? They split the floor. You got to track both of them. Right here, Jordan, I mean, he's got the quickest ups off the dribble, 16 points a game. And his teammate is unbelievable. So you can knock down a couple, and now you go to Elijah Stewart. He's got quick hops to the basket. He's a great offensive rebounder. And if you don't step up on him, he's going to hit that three.
Both of them averaging 16 points a game. And then for Tri-State, Jason Richardson, call him Mr. Everything. He leads the team in every category.
Well, that is because he is an incredible player, was an all-star in the NBA. Every year he comes back in great shape. That's impressive.
And the head coach of Tri-State is none other than Mr. Cool, Smooth himself, the doctor, Julius Ervin. Now, Nick Young, head coach of the enemies, not here today, so that means Jordan Crawford is the player coach for his team.
And they seem to be doing well with that, right? I mean, you put a player coach in there, they understand each other.
Here's a look at the rosters for both squads. Crawford doing double duty, not only the captain, but the coach. And Tri-State, Jason Richardson, the captain there. Of course, you're new to the Big Three. First team to 50 wins the game. Got to win by 2. First team to 25, we go to the half. And a 4-point shot, so innovative, always keeps you in the game. It's Tri-State with the rock. Kevin Murphy, former MVP, with the first shot. It's no good. And it's Jordan Crawford of the enemies, unbeaten. Austin working on Sims. Good block by Sims, who lays it in, and it's Tri-State with the first 2 points of the game.
Well, I'm really happy to see, Isaiah Austin on the floor, because he got hit bad, and, they thought he broke his ribs, but it was displaced. The doctors put it back in place, and here he is coming out and playing in a very physical game.
Here's Jordan Crawford. Driving, counted, and one.
To be able to go left, come back right when you're being guarded by somebody like Murphy right here, I mean, that's just incredible balance. Kids, if you're watching at home, you make layups and shots with your eyes. Jordan Crawford never took his eyes off the target, which is the rim.
Averages 16 a game. Missed the free throw. We're tied at 2.
It's a really big game right here for Tri-State. They're 2-1. This would be, remember we talked about a separator game.
Elijah Stewart, that three goes in and out. Kevin Murphy knocks it down. Murph, the former MVP of the league.
Yeah, Murph did that in 2022 with the three-headed monsters. And I think he's actually been deferring a little bit, out of respect to Jason Richardson, and I think he needs to take control.
He heard you. He knocks it down. Of course, he had that knee injury last year, and he says, listen, I'm all the way back. Now, the one thing he has to get over, he said, was the mental aspect.
He looks good to us, right?
Yeah, he does. Austin. Fouled as he goes up.
And that's a tough pass right there, even though it barely made it in to Isaiah Austin. But it's hard for a big, especially a 7-footer, to go down and try to grab a ball under his knees.
Here's Isaiah Austin, shooting 1 for 2. So far, the enemies can't knock down free throws. Here's Murph. Looking for Sims, working on Elijah Stewart. And Stewart playing good D and scores it.
Stewart had a great year. He played for a lot in Israel. He was TJ Klein's teammate on that team. But now he's going to Italy, getting himself a big contract because of the work that he did in Israel.
And Sims driving, contested by Austin. Jay Rich, the follow, no good. Jason Richardson will inbound for Tri-State.
You know, Richardson has had such a great year, and he can do everything. He actually might want our job, too.
He's done just about everything else but broadcast the game. Knocks down the three there.
Exactly. He is such a pro's pro.
You know, every year Tri-State has this good first half, and then the second half, something happens as Crawford knocks down the baseline jumper. And Jay Rich was telling me before the game today, this season will be different.
Well, if he says it, then I absolutely believe him because they have this incredible backcourt.
And that 1-2 tandem of Jay Rich and Kevin Murphy is getting buckets here in Brick City. 13-6 our score. Tri-State over the defending champs. It's the Big Three here on CBS. Welcome back in Newark here on the Big Three. And it's the defending champs, the enemies, down to Tri-State. You know, you talk about the longest win streaks all time in the league. Triplets, of course, with the longest. But the enemies, they're right there with the third longest. And the man trying to snap it is Dr. J, Mr. Cool himself, with our Brian Scalabrine.
I'm here with Dr. J. Listen, this is a really good team. You guys got off to a good start. What do you think the difference was so far?
Well, I mean, I think they got one guy who's scored all their points. And it's basically been on one-on-one basketball. So I think with us, you know, even though we've gotten off to a good start, we've made a second pass, we made a third pass, and we're doing a pretty good job on the boards, and the other two guys haven't scored.
All right, Doc, thanks so much.
All right, there you go.
Let me tell you something. That dude is so cool.
They give me a ring, yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, he wears Versace everywhere, doesn't he? God, dog.
Yeah,
that man is clean.
He's unbelievable. I mean, people love him all over the world. He's basketball royalty. And for us to say that he's a friend is pretty dope.
That shirt, Versace. Oh, there's a push here by Quincy Miller. Slight nudge, I'd call it there, Nance. Watch
Yeah,
this.
you just can't. I think that's called displacing a human.
Jay Rich. Oh, good tip there, Murph, to his teammate Sims. Back out to Kevin Murphy.
Yeah, this is a great battle, especially the guards right here.
And Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford and Stewart, and then, you know, Murph and Jason Richardson.
Miller to Crawford. That's too strong.
Well, he's going to come in and he's going to pop. He's going to pip. He's going to sit there and pick you, and then he's going to pop. He very rarely will roll to the basket. Quincy Miller.
Crawford will inbound. Here's Elijah Stewart going to baseline on Jay Rich. Forces it up. Got his own board. Miller, open shot, good.
But Brian, that's exactly what Elijah Stewart does. He'll miss a shot, but he's the first guy, you know, off the floor. He gets the 50-50 balls because of his extraordinary effort, and you know, he's just fast.
Jason Richardson misses that three. Here's Crawford now. Working on Murphy. Drives the baseline. Kicks it out to Miller. Open shot. Jay Rich snags the board. Murph shot goes in and out.
You know, even though the enemies are down right now, they have so much swag.
And Jordan Crawford just knocks down that three.
They just know you're gonna have a couple of tough possessions in this game. Tri-State is really good.
And Quincy Miller is a thief. Comes up with the steal. Fade away, good, and just like that, we're tied.
See what happens? You take it from defense to offense, you create it, and now, as you just said, they just tied the score coming out of that timeout.
7-0 run by the defending champion. One of two teams still undefeated in the league. Murph, the foul. And he'll go to the line shooting 1 or 2.
The enemies do a really great job of switching. So there's a couple things. If I'm playing and I'm 5 feet from where the screen is going to happen and I yell as they hit the bring the fire button, you're giving the answers to the quiz to the defense. If you yell switch, I'm slipping it and I'm going. And right there, got tapped on the elbow. But I love that bring the fire.
Jordan Crawford says, I want to challenge it, bring the fire. So Kevin Murphy, Jordan Crawford go one-on-one. Murph has to stay inside that three-point line. If he scores it, he gets the points. But defensively, if Jordan Crawford can get the stop, they get possession of the basketball. The team foul comes off the board.
That's the big thing, is the foul coming off the board.
Here's Murph, behind the back, step back, up and under. Oh, missed the shot. So the defense prevails. And Murph was like, I can't get a foul there.
I need to see a replay if we have one. It's hard to tell that there was no contact. How do you not call a foul on that?
That's what Murphy
Come on,
said.
fellas.
That's what Murph said. That's a foul.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be, yakking at the officials, but you got to call that.
Here's Quincy Miller to Stewart and the enemies. Now all of a sudden with a 2-point lead. It's a 9-0 run by the enemy. And Dr. J's going to call a timeout and talk to his team. We're back in just 30 seconds. Enemies, Tri-State, Big 3 here on CBS. Here's Jordan Crawford. Enemies, the defending champions. You see Crawford leads the enemies with 7. Kevin Murphy's got 8 for Tri-State.
But did you see, Bri, they got down, they never panicked, they never were pointing fingers. They just knew that they had to lift their level of play.
Here's Murph, challenged. And Murph now will go to the line. He'll shoot 1 of 2 for 2.
I love his aggressiveness right now. He's coming out and taking ownership of this team with Jason Richardson. And they're the primary 2 scorers.
So here's Murph. Knocks down that free throw. 2 points for Tri-State. Averages 16 a game. It's been a few years with 3-headed monsters. Now a member of Tri-State. He's got 10 points. Crawford crosses him over. Good time to Quincy Miller, who lays it in.
It's what the dribble, drive, draw does to you. It makes that last person, look at this. Now Jason has to go over and respect the drive, and you just go to the front of the rim if you're the big.
Murph, fouled by Quincy Miller, so he'll go back to the line.
This is really good energy. These two teams, they're going to battle for a playoff spot. You can see everybody here in the arena. The place is just filled up in Newark, and another sellout crowd, almost 10,500 people in the building. Ratings are up. Teams are being sold. This new age era of the Big 3 is taking hold all over the United States.
Murph missed the free throw. But here's Jason Richardson, has it knocked away. Scramble for the loose ball to Jay Rich, who comes up with it. Stolen by Stewart. Open for 3. Missed it. And that one may have been knocked out of bounds by Ray Nixon.
That did,
checked in for Tri-State.
I'm sorry for stepping on you, but Jason Richardson, that's unbelievable. I mean, this guy has been in the league for so many years, 13 NBA seasons, still diving on the ball and fighting for a loose ball.
And almost comes up with that steal. Here's Chris Allen. Oh, crossover, Jay Rich, and banks it home.
Allen, he's a bona fide scorer. They didn't just pick him up because they liked him. They picked him up because he can play this game. He's a Drew League star. You ever been out to the Drew League?
I have seen it. Yes, I've been there once. Oh! Nixon gave a little elbow to Elijah Stewart. But they're going to say it was Stewart, though, who was holding on to him. Let's see.
That's
It's the big three. It's physical.
It is physical. I'm going to leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Nixon's shot too strong. Chris Allen steps out of bounds. Hey, look at that. Antonio Brown in the house.
It's good to have him there.
Sitting courtside. Jay Rich will inbound. Murph. Got it. The three.
He's got a beautiful shot. He's on fire. He's feeling confident. And this team is so confident with how they're playing. Their first game, they weren't pleased. But these last two games, Tri-State has taken it to another level.
Here's Chris Allen. Murph's got 13 now. Isaiah Austin. This shot's no good. Murph, quick three. He's got a quick trigger. Lead is 1 for the enemies. First team to 25, we go to the half.
You know, the teams that know how to rebound and get the ball out quickly, you can have transition in the big three with passing the ball, just not dribbling.
Miller into Austin. Austin banks it home.
That's a tough switch right there. You have a 7-footer on Jay Rich. Watch this beautiful pass right there. Keep it up high, and Austin keeps it up high.
Here's Murphy working on Allen. And the bump by Allen. Well, the enemies, are they set up for a back-to-back championship? The 3-0, one of two teams, still undefeated. Second in points scored and points allowed. So they're doing it offensively and defensively.
Yeah, they're just very good. They're very disciplined in their approach. I believe that the team that gets to 6 is going to take 5 to 6 wins to get to the playoffs this year because, you know, everybody is so log jammed with talent. This might be the best season ever of just overall talent in the Big 3 in year 7.
1 point lead for the enemies. Here's Quincy Miller working on Mir Johnson. His shot rolls off. And I think Murphy was grabbing onto Isaiah Austin. Jordan Crawford will check back in. Who's not only playing but coaching his squad with Nick Young, their head coach, not here today. Here's Crawford. Drives the baseline, cut off by Amir Johnson, spins back, uses the left hand, and kisses it off the glass.
So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking Amir did a really great job. You know, one of the best defenders in the league for many, many years. And all Jordan does is take his counter moves. So you take away my side, drive on the right side, I'm gonna get you on the left side.
Murph with the kiss. 1 point lead. Next bucket. For the enemies, we go to the half. Crawford. Oh, what a dime to Austin, who rocks the rim. The defending champs.
Look how hard he penetrated and turned the corner. Ray Nixon had to go over, Amir Johnson had to go over, and Austin, you just follow your teammate to the rim.
Jordan Crawford doing double duty, balling and coaching. He's with Rachel Demita.
Jordan, you stepped up big in that first half, not only on the court, but also guiding your team. What was your guys' mindset going into today's game?
Just making sure everybody get a feel for the game. So we all aggressive, we all can make something happen. So making sure we get a rhythm so we all be a point of attack.
It's a close game here. Defensively, what do you guys need to do to stop this team in the second half and come home with the win, go 4-0?
I mean, they great scorers. So we gotta be on Murphy on the catch. You know what I'm saying? He got us right now. He's looking for every shot, so we gotta pay attention to him.
Tough to guard. Good luck in the second half.
The Big 3 on CBS Sports is sponsored by Hyundai. It's your journey. And by Target. Meet the new Target Circle, the best way to get more Target.
Good look at Newark Airport. That's Nancy Lieberman's private jet that'll be coming back to pick her up. 3-point lead for the defending champs enemies. Brian Custer alongside the Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman. As you look here at this first half, man, hey, the enemies started off a little bit down before they picked it up, and here they are with a lead. Because
of their balanced scoring, everybody has scored, led by Jordan Crawford, 9 points. But everybody's a willing passer, and they work hard defensively. But really, for Tri-State, if you take Murph out of it, Kevin Murphy's unbelievable, 17 points, but he's got 3 threes. Run him off that 3-point line.
Well, let's take a look now at the reality checkup for Tri-State. It's presented by Crest 3D White. What does Tri-State need to do to pick up the pace here in the second half?
Well, they need to start being a little bit more active, going to the basket. Nice passing here. But, I really think that you have to have Jason Richardson more involved. He only has 3 points. He's their leading scorer. He's their leading everything. And he has to be a factor in this game if they're going to go to another level.
Jason Richardson leads Tri-State not only in scoring, rebounding, assists, averaging 16-9 a game. Here's Crawford with it. Gets the screen from Allen. Allen drives on Sims, hangs and scores it.
That's the humility of this team and their champions. Elijah Stewart is not starting. They're, one of their top 2 players is not starting. Nobody gets mad. Allen comes in the game, knocks down the shot. They just trust each other.
Here's Sims working on Allen. Turns. Isaiah Austin tried to help him out. Committed the foul.
I think that was a smart play by Sims right there. Henry Sims, Georgetown. He's played for the Cavs and the Sixers. He's a rim protector. He is an unbelievable passer, and he has an understanding of that Princeton offense. He's exceptional.
Crawford tried that quick 3. It's no good. Jason Richardson, he misses. Henry Sims tried to grab the board.
Georgetown's had some good players, right?
Oh, I'd say.
Morning, Ewing, Sims. It didn't even look like it touched the rim. Some guy named Iverson.
Oh, he was good.
But they're all Hall of Famers.
Yeah. That looked like that went off of Henry Sims. I think they're going to ask their officials to review that, because I think initially they were trying to say it's off the enemies. So that looked to be Henry Sims' hand, that right hand.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet you would look good in a uniform that has a number on it.
You think so?
And be an official. You would be fantastic. It used to be, I was going to say, in stripes.
Well, look, as long as I got the review to go with me, when I'm making my calls, I know I'm right.
I'm sure in this day and age, the officials are tired of the reviews. They're tired of, hitting bring the fire. There's so many things that their calls don't stand all the time.
As they take a look again, see if Isaiah Austin, that right hand forced Henry Sims, knocked it out of his hand. And it is a successful challenge. So the enemies will get the basketball.
So I'm always thinking, what are we doing out of OTAs? What are you getting out of timeout situations? So are you going to get a play here or just run a possession?
Allen.
Probably not the best shot, right?
No, not at all. Here's Sims now. Bodies Austin, but Austin with the defensive play. Crawford, no, but Austin follows it up.
He took it off the rail.
Just the aggressiveness to offensive rebounding is so important.
Whoa, Murph tried to throw that up for Jason Richardson. Even the slam dunk champ was like, that's a little high.
Well, Allen was bent over trying to tie his shoes, and he's like, wait, nobody waited for me. They don't wait for you.
Right.
Okay? Nobody waits for anybody in the big three. You just go.
Crawford gets to Sims the pick from Austin. Now working on Sims. Austin's three is good.
He is so good. The fact that he could just stand there one leg and hit that, hold his forms. He's an assistant coach now at Florida Atlantic, which is so cool for him to see that next step of his career. Isaiah Austin, Dallasite, former Baylor.
Baylor Bear, yep.
He was on that championship team.
He was on that.
Nancy, what we talked about earlier about shooting three-pointers and just kind of opening the floor, I feel like that's what the enemies do so well and which makes them such a threat. You really have to guard them all over this half-court situation that we have right here.
Well, you're absolutely right, Rach. So, again, like I'll ask, when you were playing at Old Dominion, you were more of a three-point shooter. Like, how did you know how to get to your spots to be successful?
Honestly, just running the cuts. I had a motor. I never got tired, and I think that was something that was just such an attribute to my game and helped to make me successful. And I think that's something, if you are a shooter, you can't get tired. In the fourth quarter, you got to knock down threes just like you did in the first. Just like Isaiah Austin is knocking down big outside shots right now.
At 34-26, first team to 50 wins. Got to win by 2. Murphy's got 19 for Tri-State. Here's Jason Richardson inside the Sims. They see the mismatch, and he converts.
It's so smart. When a guard like Jason Richardson sees a big just posted up, get the ball to them quick. Not when you're ready to pass, when they're ready to score.
Here's Crawford. Allen for 4. Missed it badly. Murph puts it in. Now here comes Tri-State. Lead is just 4.
Right, don't they say that sometimes bad shots lead to another team, getting, in a rhythm and getting a run?
Here's Crawford trying to end it, that run. He'll pull up. Missed it. Sims. Working on Crawford. Falls in the lane. Richardson, offensive rebound. Back to Sims. Uses the left hand. No good. Good defense by the enemies.
Yeah, they never gave up on the ball. They didn't go for the pump fakes.
Jay Rich has it now. Inside to Sims. Oh, rejected by Austin, but goaltended.
We were talking before about transition. They get it, they kick it out, and see where Sims is. He is right, he's in the kill box. Kobe used to call that area of the court the kill box. He would put tape on the floor. Sometimes he would write on it, kill box. And somebody, why do you call it kill box? He goes, that's where I'm going to kill you when I get the ball.
And Jordan Crawford killing the defense. The and one.
That would actually be pretty demoralizing. I'm going over to the kill box. Why? Because I'm going to kill you there.
Why, he was the Mamba.
Yes, he was. Black Mamba forever. We miss you.
Here's Jordan Crawford now, trying to complete the three-point play. Yes, for the enemy. Timeout. Jordan Crawford in the enemies. Welcome back. Time for our monster moment of the day. It came from our previous game, and it was Nasir Cole. 15 points, but none bigger than the game winner.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row. He's such a game winner for Three's Company. And Michael Cooper has his team rolling.
They're now 3-1 in the thick of it. Dr. J trying to go 3-1 with his Tri-State squad. Right now, they got a little more work to do. Down 5 to the defending champs, the enemies. Here's Henry Sims. Pull up is too strong. And Elijah Stewart is back in the game. He'll work on Sims. Pull-up jumper from the foul line is no good. Sims sees the mismatch on Stewart. And traveling. Called on Sims.
Yeah, that's too bad. He had great position, and you know, you just got to take your time, read where you feel the pressure coming from, and spin opposite.
Here's Allen. Pull up. It's good.
Well, he's such a good shooter, and what a great pickup for this team. Championship team, and they pick up someone who's a bona fide scorer.
Jason Richardson. That three is no good. Sims with the offensive rebound. Enemies, one of two teams unbeaten here on the season, and look, they've got the third longest, tied for the third longest win streak in Big 3 history. Date back to last season.
But just think where they were. They were really horrible at the beginning of the season and struggling, and then all of a sudden, you know, Nick takes over and breathes all this confidence into both Elijah and into Jordan Crawford, and they just roll.
Stewart right on cue, knocks it down. Again, first team to 50 wins it.
You know, Elijah seems really quiet, but you know what? He's got a really great personality. He's a lot of fun, and people just love being around him.
Here's Austin. He'll pull the three. Murph with the board. Spinning and winning. Kevin Murphy with 21.
You know, I was just going to say they've done a great job of keeping Murph off the three-point line, and he hadn't hit one in this half, and now he's going to get an end one. Enemies have to be careful. They have 4 fouls. And you get above 5, and now the team gets the ball, and if they hit the foul shot, they get possession. It takes possessions away from great offensive teams.
Elijah Stewart will inbound. Up 5. Here's Allen. Oh, banks it home. Enemies now 7 points away from victory.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by him, but it was made possible because Isaiah Austin lifted, which opened up the lane for Allen.
Here's Murph for 4. Too strong, got his own board. Jay Rich. Sims. Hacked by Elijah Stewart. And Jordan Crawford is going to bring the fire. He didn't like that foul call on Elijah Stewart.
Probably the first time in his career he's brought the fire.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun hitting that ball.
So Henry Sims will go one-on-one with Elijah Stewart. He's got to stay inside the three-point line and drive and try to score. He scores it, he gets the points. Defense trying to get the stop in the basketball, and he does it! Elijah Stewart comes up with the stop. Enemies will get the ball. And that foul comes off the board for the enemies.
That's big time right there. You know, you think the big is just going to back you down, but Elijah did what he should. When the ball was coming up, that's when he went to steal for it, when there's no force going down on the dribble.
And they're 7 points away from victory. Here's Allen with it. Now with 5. Austin, ball fake with 1. And he didn't get it up.
Yeah, that's just too bad because it was just recognition of the shot clock. Allen taking probably just a couple bounces that he really didn't need.
Jordan Crawford will check himself back into the game. Allen will have a seat. Crawford playing double duty, not only as captain and player, but as coach for this game.
That's a lot of responsibility. You have to know how to sub, how to get guys in, not keep people on the bench too long.
Get it to that guy, Elijah Stewart, who lays it in. And the enemies are 5 points away from remaining unbeaten. It's the Big Three here on CBS. Welcome back. We're in Newark. And coming up next, from the Big Three to some of the best golfers on the PGA Tour. Heading to the TPC Deer Run in Illinois. Final round coverage of the John Deere Classic right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
You a golfer?
I don't know if you can call me a golfer the way I play. Final round coverage of that John Deere Classic is next here on CBS. It's available right now, though, on PGAtour.com and CBSSports.com and the CBS Sports app. Here's Jordan Crawford. To Austin. Austin rolls off. And off of him, it will go to Tri-State. He can't believe it.
Yeah, and when you're that big and look, if we could do that, we would just dunk it. But, you know, it was such an easy play for him. And he's like, I can't believe I didn't do it.
Here's Sims. Good jump hook.
These are the best parts of this game because you can always come back. We've seen it so many times.
Oh, Elijah Stewart. Good burst. The blue passes get the score. Crawford and Stewart. Here's Murph. He'll lay it in. Now the enemies can win it with a 3. So call this point game for the enemies.
You win by 2. But this is what they do. They're so used to
Crawford for the win, and it rolls over the back of the backboard. He thought he had it. It was online.
See, that's the swag that this team has. They have the lead, and they're not afraid to go for the 3 or the 4 just like that.
Here's Murphy. He's been great all day. To Jay Rich, and it comes out. Tipped out. Here's Stewart. To Crawford. Back to Stu for the win. It's good.
Your final score out of this movie.
Who is going to beat the enemies?
Not how they play right now. It'll be tough for somebody to match the length and these two shooting right here. No, they don't care who's going to shoot it for the win. They have so much trust and belief in each other.
The enemies remain unbeaten. 4-0. 50, the 40, the final. Let's go on the court. Here's Scal with Jordan Crawford.
Everybody wants to know, can you be beat?
Nah, they're going to have to send us to the USA for real. They're going to send us to the Olympics this summer.
I mean, it doesn't matter how you start. You always get your team on track. You got a timeout early. You figured it out. What kind of adjustments did you make playing player and coach?
I mean, it's just about making sure everybody feel a part, understand that they can shoot when they want, so that allowed them to make the right play. So that's what we on. That's what the enemy's about.
Let me tell you, in the Big Three, there might be no one that can stop you. Is there anybody that can stop you in the world?
Not at all. But the Big Three is the best league in the world.
You got it. Send it back to you guys. Congratulations.
Man, appreciate you.
Only the 5th team in Big Three history to start things off 4-0. Coming up next, final round of the John Deere Classic. You can watch the rest of today's game. Just go to X. For Rachel Demita, Brian Scalabrine, Nancy Lieberman, our entire CBS crew, I'm Brian Custer. So long from Newark. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports.